morning all, welcome to Southside training session. My name's Tara. Would any of you guys like to introduce yourselves to us or?
I'm Maria.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Tina.
Okay, so we're going to go through some evacuation. If you go down here, you will see that there's a door. We'll go, when it's a fire, you'll hear a siren. So we just have to go through this door and we all have to evacuate to the car park. Where we'll be assembled there and there'll be a roll call to make sure everyone that's accounted for. Toilets, so if anyone needs to go to the bathroom during this training session, you just keep going straight down through the hallway and then you'll see a big flashing light that says toilet. I've also got some refreshments for all of you guys, so there's some water, I've got your coffee order, so I have your coffees ready on arrival. Alright, so let's go through our presentation. So we're going to go through the importance of networking. So networking is basically building relationships to provide a mutual benefit to both parties. Networking and collaboration is a vital tool for any community service centre. It provides opportunities for better outcomes, and it also makes greater flexibility for our clients and also for the organisation. And it also gives us increased resources for our workers and for also the community. Networking is also about achieving various goals to ensure that we are trying to prove our work and we're trying to give the best that we can to our community. If we go to the next page, we're going to be talking about the benefits. So the benefits that we can get from doing our networking. So we're going to be more focused on our service delivery, so making sure that we're keeping an eye out in the community to make sure there's no duplication of any, to say the programs that we're doing, we're going to make sure that no one else in around our community does the same. We're going to do increased professional development for start at lower cost, access to additional resources or lower costs through sharing resources, additional knowledge and improved system capability, increased capacity to successfully submit tenders or expressions of interest to deliver projects, and also organisations can maintain autonomy. We're going to go to holistic approach. So having a holistic approach focuses more on educating the person so that they can take responsibility for achieving basically anything that in their life, making sure they can achieve what they can. It promotes a belief and ability of clients to control or at least participate in the planning of their lives if given the necessary knowledge, skills and support. So working with clients in a holistic approach requires you to look at a person from a whole perspective. So you've got to look at their emotional support, their education, their culture, religion, health and mental health, their finances, their accommodation and housing, their legal and their work situation. We're going to go to identifying what networks would be useful to establish. So networking with other services can take more time to establish. Service offices by government departments such as Centrelink have a greater number of staff to build relationships and they can jump roles more frequently because there's more of them to be able to jump the roles in Centrelink. They also often have more structured procedures for networking and developing partnerships and know who can do this. So understanding the limitations of individual workers and the protocols of each organisation can assist you to develop relationships more effectively. Also by identifying the areas that don't have much expertise in client issues. Informal networks. So informal networks can be established with a wide range of workers in many organisations. So you have to take time to meet with them, discuss the areas within your organisation to make sure that they don't overlap and they don't duplicate. Also sharing experiences with each other, working more hands-on with each other so we can work more effectively. Informal networks can strengthen our practice that we can deliver to our community, and we can also provide each of one of us that work here at Southside to make sure that they can come and they can talk to us if they want advice and they want to share their frustrations. Okay, if we go to MOUs, so Memorandums of Understand. I can't even say it. Memorandums of Understanding are regularly used between service providers or the sectors to outline the roles and the responsibilities in a partnership. So when we create like a partnership, we need to make sure that each one of us know what our roles and what our responsibilities are, and that we're also making sure that we carry out those roles in the whole length of time that that partnership is for. So a copy of an MOU signed by an EO equivalent or a chairperson equivalent will be kept by each of the agencies involved in the participation and in the signing of the MOU. So partnership agreement. So formal partnership agreement contains important information about your organisation and also your other service provider. So this information will provide your service provider's name, the partner's role and your role, and also the responsibilities and also the authorities that the service provider will be also entitled to. Also how much each has contributed and their allocations of profits and their losses. There are many areas that you need to be discussed in the first initial meeting. Establish the guidelines of how the partnership will work and the potential issues that could arise. Let's go to initiate contact with possible networks and maintain these relationships. So contacting organisations and identify key staff, understanding that they must comply with the organisation's policies and procedures. So building trust and rapport with your other service provider will ensure that both you guys can trust one another. You can be able to talk openly and honesty, being able to know what's happening every step of the way, asking what their opinion is, all that stuff. Sharing resources between one organisation and the other can be really beneficial and helpful with each organisation, and it can sort of take pressure off your organisation's funding, because if you don't have it, the other company might have it. So promoting a positive image when networking, making sure you and everyone else that works in your organisation and also the other service providers have a very good knowledge of the organisations, both Southside and the other service provider. Present yourself in a professional manner at all times. Dress in a very presentable way. Adapt a positive attitude. Don't have a bad attitude. Make sure you're speaking very polite, ensuring that you're friendly to them. Keep professional, personal issues away from work. So if you've got problems at home, make sure you keep them at home. You don't come to work with those issues. Also, having up-to-date information on your organisation and how to contact staff. So making sure that you have people's contact numbers and you also have the emails so you're able to contact them if you have questions. That wasn't on there. How to use technology to improve networking. So technology is a great way to be able to connect with people in the community. So by networking is by using your social media, webinars, Skype and email. Always have a professional signature on all your emails. So use all your social networking, and you can be able to contact each other and making sure that you're using those professional signatures on every single email that you do send. Opportunities within the community for network activities. So there's a lot of opportunities for the community out there. So we've got Are You OK Day, we've got your Harmony Day, we've got your Youth Week, we've also got your We All Stand on Your Sacred Grounds, we've also got your Union 8 Week, Under 8's Week, and we also got NAIDOC Week. So all these opportunities, we can come together and work together to make sure that throughout the year we've always got all these days that we are able to express ourselves, and we're able to get ourselves out there, joining the community, making sure we can make these events so lots of people can come together and have lots of fun. So this is about confidentiality agreements. So we're going to go to, we'll skip this page, we'll go to ensure confidentiality is maintained through your network activities. So when working with your organisation and your staff, you'll be asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement. This agreement will protect information on each company or each party involved. It will ensure your privacy by participants agreeing to keep this information confidential. So anything that you do say, or anything that's sort of that you don't want it to get disclosed out in the community, you'll be signing an NDA, so no one else will know about that. It is highly important to treat any information that you do receive from the other organisations as confidential. It is to be maintained in a secure, lockable files and password-collected databases. So in the same way any confidential material would be. So say if you have your client, you need to make sure that when you're with that client that you're not allowed to disclose anything that you do speak with your client. You're not allowed to tell everybody in the office. You're not allowed to go out and tell people at home. You just need to make sure that all this stuff is confidential. Okay, let's go to our last page. Maintain networks once they have been established. So we'll be doing like regular review agreements. We'll do that, maybe every week, every fortnight, every month, just depending on how we go. Maintaining regular contact with each other, making sure that with the partner that we do have, to ensure that we're contacting regularly, informing each other of how everything's going, if there's any changes they want made, if certain things need to be discussed, we can discuss this through phone calls, emails, etc. Anyone have any questions?
I seem to cover everything pretty thoroughly.
Yeah? Alright, perfect. Alright, thank you very much for coming to this training session. I hope you guys learned a lot of stuff as we went through a lot of stuff today. Please note that if you do have any questions, please email me or come speak to me after the session's done. Or see if you can fill out your questionnaire that's just under your booklets. That would be fantastic. Just so we know that next time if there is anything that we need to discuss more thoroughly, that we've got the time and we've got the resources to make sure that everything is being covered. Thank you very much for coming, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good day.